guys, so I've got a bit of a show and tell to share with you. Some of this was picked up with belated birthday money. Some of this was picked up with my tips. It's over a span of time, and I did place a couple of orders during the mystery bag giveaway that Makeup Revolution was doing. So I will start with those, what I got in the mystery bag. It didn't occur to me that both bags would be the same. I placed 2 orders thinking, oh, I'll get 2 bags. It didn't occur to me that both bags would be the exact same. So, it came with 2 of the Velvet Lamp lip lacquer, 2 of the Rose Gold liquid highlighter, 2 Golden Kiss highlights, 2 Duo Face Sculpt discs, and 2 of the Iconic Pro 2 palettes, which I decluttered mine a long time ago, so it's kind of odd to have it back. Although, you know, it's kind of nice to have it back at the same time. I quite like the colours in it. It's like, I'm never going to get to this, but now I'm on this extensive no buy, I will probably get to it at some point. So yeah, so out of the 2 packets, I've kept both bottles of the liquid highlight. I've given away the lip lacquer, the other palette. I'm debating whether or not to keep both face discs and both highlights. I'm not sure. I probably will give those away as well, but I'm definitely keeping both the liquid highlights because I love this stuff and I know I'll go through it. So there is that. So in that order, I did pick up a few of the chocolate bar palettes, which I'm super excited about. This guy is the Creme Brulee. I picked it up because it has very like honey vibes. So yeah, I'm super happy with this guy. This is the Turkish Delight palette. It is, first of all, the packaging is stunning, but inside is stunning. It has like an array of sort of pressed glitters in there. It has a rose scent to it, which is a little bit overpowering. I wish they hadn't put that in, but we can cope. But I do like the pinks and the purples in here and the little odd sort of gold colours, like this sort of limey green, this one here like mossy green, and this darker moss green here too. I also picked up the Honey palette, which again is lots of shimmery pinks. It's more like the flowers that create honey than honey themed, although I do like it. I'm very obsessed with this green in the middle here. Yeah, there is that. And then we have the Sprinkles palette, which is very colourful, like a big bucket of sprinkles. It looks so beautiful, and I can't wait to get in there and create some looks using it. In that order, I also picked up the Provocative Reloaded palette. I actually thought that this was going to be a lot lighter in tone than what it is. When I looked at the pictures online, like the darkest tones seem to be maybe like these 2 shades, when really it gets a lot darker than this. I kind of thought it was going to be an array of like pinky sort of transition colours, highlighty colours, that kind of thing, but I'm really happy with the way it is. This is everything that I thought the Naked 3 palette was going to be. Like, I like this. It reminds me very much of the Redemption 3 palette. Is that what it was called? Iconic 3. The original palettes that Revolution came out with. I kind of miss those. But these are a good replacement, I suppose. I also picked up a couple of highlights in that order. I got the Pearl lights, which I'd been eyeing up since these were launched, but every time I went to Superdrug to pick them up, they were either sold out or the ones that they had were busted, so I couldn't purchase them. I picked up True Gold and Peach Champagne, and these were $2.50 a pop, which was amazing, and I've got some on today of the Peach Champagne and I really like it. I put on a little bit. If you put on more than this and it would be like proper, like blinding highlight. You get 35 grams in them, which is like a lifetime's worth of highlight. So if you're looking for a lifetime's worth of highlight really cheap, £2.50, go get you some. If anyone remembers 11th Gorgeous from the heyday. I can't remember if I got this in that order or not, or if it was a separate shopping trip, but I got the Conceal and Defying concealer, which I'm not raving about. Every time I've been to swatch this in store, I found it very dry, but everyone keeps going on about it. I even had people in real life talk about it, and I was like, well, if people I actually know in real life are talking about it, then okay, I'll get one. I'll give it a go. I got one of the small size. Maybe it's good on young skin, but on my skin it's not so good. But I did pick up this guy. This is the Ultimate Coverage Crease Proof Concealer from the Pro range, which I freaking love. It is very similar to the Lancome Longwear Softening Concealer and the NYX Gotcha Covered Concealer, which that one has been discontinued as far as I'm aware. It has a little bit more of tackiness to it than the Lancome does, but it does do the same job, so I'm happy about that. I also picked up some stuff from the Reloaded range. They have the blusher Reloaded and the highlight Reloaded. From the highlight Reloaded I picked up Just My Type, and these remind me so much of the other highlights that they had that I can't remember the name of, but I had lots of them and decluttered them all, and I regret decluttering them. But yeah, I really like this highlight. It's very nice. I'm not going to sit and swatch everything because I have the kids running around, so I don't want to take up too much time. We have 3 of the blush Reloaded. This is a Baked Peach, is what I've got on today. I really like this tone. Then we have Pink Lady, which is like a soft rose shade. Again, it's very pretty, and I like that these are matte. Because sometimes you just want a matte blush. And this guy is Sweet Pea, and this is, it looks like nothing. I will swatch this one though. It does look like nothing, but once it gets on the face, it has this subtlety to it that just sort of sculpts out the face, adds a tiny hint of warmth to it, a subtle rose. It's really nice. I think that was everything that I ordered online for those 2 sales. Everything else I picked up in store. I'll carry on with the Revolution products, being as that's what I've started on. I did pick up some of the new releases. I got the Conceal and Fix Powder. I kind of regret picking this up because it's a bit meh. It's a pretty mediocre powder. Like I have it on today, and I'm like, I know I have like illuminating stuff on over top of this powder, but even if I do that with my regular powders, I'm not usually this glowy, bordering on greasy. So I'm not a huge fan of this powder. I did pick up the Conceal and Defying foundation. I know it's really silly to pick up the foundation when you didn't like the concealer, but I'd heard so many more good things about the concealer. Like my friend was like, oh, still try the foundation, the foundation is amazing. The foundation is amazing. I like the foundation. The concealer is pants. Foundation, good. I also got the Conceal and Hydrate foundation, which I got I didn't realise was a pump when I bought it. So here's me unscrewing the cap and spilled foundation everywhere. So I have those 2 because they've been, like the Conceal and Define, I kept coming back to it, and I knew I was planning on starting a no buy, so I was like, it keeps niggling at me, you know what, let's just pick it up. Same with the Conceal and Hydrate. I was like, I knew this no buy was coming up, so I was like, let's just and of course I got the concealer to go along with it, which I really like the concealer. With some leftover belated birthday money, I picked up these guys. These are the Wild Animal palettes. I picked up the Fierce one, which is the warm neutrals. Turns out it's more neon neutrals. Apologies, Rowan is playing with his little bin truck. He loves his bin truck. Hello. And then I picked up the Courage one, which is like the cooler toned neutrals. It's still pretty warm tone, but it's definitely not as warm tone as the other guy is. This is more muted, more rosy, a bit more, it has a little pop of green in there, but I do really like it. And lastly, from Revolution, I picked up some setting sprays. This is a bad time for me to have gotten really into setting sprays. Really bad time. Really bad time. I picked up the Glow Fix Illuminating Spray, the Hyaluronic Fix Setting Spray, and the Prime and Glow in Eternal Gold, because I've been wanting a product like this all year. All year. I was eyeing up the Anastasia one, the iconic London ones, the MAC version, and I was like, you know what? Let's just get it. Just get it. Just get it. I did have, it was a bit of a splurge that day picking up all those setting sprays, because originally I was just buying these ones. These are the Primed and Ready Dewy Sprays from Collection 2000. I have one which I've been using for the entirety of August, and if I hold a new bottle up, when they're new, they're all the way up here. I've been using this for a month solid and it's down here. So I figure I could get like a good 5-6 months use out of one of these bottles. So I was like, you know what, I'll pick up some more. So over the course of my no buy, I do still have them. I'll swap them out with the other sprays so that they all last. But so I picked up 3 of them altogether. I wanted to get 3 more of these, but they only had 2. So yeah. And when I originally picked up this guy, we're moving away from the Revolution stuff. I did pick up the Lasting Perfection concealer, which is a concealer that I'd used so many years ago. Like, this was huge in 2012. It was the only concealer anyone used. Like, people in America were like begging people over in the UK to send it to them. They have like 9 colours now. They used to only have like 3. But they have like 9 colours now. It's way more expensive than it used to be. This used to only be like $1.99, $2.99. Now I think it's like $3.50, $4.50. Like, this guy is $5.99. Like, Collection is not as cheap as it used to be. Just makeup in general is a lot more expensive these days. Like, a lot more expensive. Which brings us on to the cheap stuff to finish off with. This is the Primark Makeup, because I had this idea in my head for the basic makeup channel to do a does this work type video with a £2.50 foundation. Like, pretty much all of Primark's foundation, like the most expensive one is like a £5, the rest of it's under a £5. This is the Perfect Finish medium to full coverage natural finish foundation. I have used this a couple of times. I do really like it. It is a little bit dry, but you know, it is a long wear foundation. I picked up a blush and a highlight. I'm kind of liking this faux MAC vibe that they have going on. I picked up the blush in Desire, which is sort of like a corally pink shade. And they have decent pigmentation to them. Very nice. And then we have the highlight in Spotlight, which actually kind of reminds me of Modern Mercury from Estee Lauder. So I'm going to swatch those next to each other and find out. And I also picked up a little 9-pan palette in the shade Amber Flame, which looks like this. So I can't wait to actually use these on the eyes. I've swatched them and I like the pigmentation, but swatches don't mean anything, and we know that. So that is everything that I picked up over the last 4 months-ish. Well, 3 months, 3 and a bit months. And this is the last that I'm picking up for the next anything up to 5 years. If you haven't seen my no buy video, I will link it, so you can go and check that out. I am now on a repurchases only no buy, which is exciting and terrifying and daunting, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So wish me luck. The this is like my last hurrah right here. As I say, I picked up some of it with belated birthday money, and the rest of it I picked up with tips that I've saved up from work. So yeah, I'm very happy with everything. I'm very happy with it. The only thing I'm not happy with, is this powder and this concealer, the Conceal and Defying and the Conceal and Fix. It's not a bad powder, it's just not a great powder, and the packaging is, I don't know if you can see that, it's leaking powder. And the concealer is just a bit dry, so I might just relegate this for like highlighting or mixing or something. I'm using to mattify areas when I'm using a hydrating glowy foundation. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions about anything, let me know. I will be doing videos with everything over the course of the next long period of time. So I will catch you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.